Hello, it's Joe with Just Below Average Model Cars, bringing you my latest build, the AMT 1964 Oldsmobile Cutlass 442. I painted it in gold. It's a screw bottom kit. Not a lot of detail underneath the hood or the chassis, but it came out pretty nice. And let's go over this kit. First of all, I painted the body with the Tested Extreme Lacquer, pure gold. I did prime this one with Mr. Hobby, I think it's 1500 surfacer or 1000 surfacer, whatever the can is they sell at Hobby Lobby. I should have brought it with me. And I clear coated it with Tester's gloss coat, thinned about 50-50 through my Harbor Freight Avanti airbrush. I foiled the windows front and back. Used Molotow chrome on the with the trim here and on the door handles. No, I foiled the door handles. That's right. This foil here is HVAC tape or duct tape, real metal duct tape. The Cutlass emblems on the side, I used a gel pen on and used decals for the 442 emblems. There's Ford 442 emblems in the decal sheet. There's 3 on the car. There's one right here and one on the other side. Those went on pretty good. The Cutlass, if you want to use the Cutlass decals, I'd recommend sanding this off because the script doesn't match. And I'll show you a picture of the decals here on the screen. But the other decal I used was, I used 3 more decals, I should say. I used one on the dashboard, had a pretty good one on the dash. It's hard for you to see. I'll put a picture up here. That one split in half, or maybe 3 pieces, but I was able to get it lined up and all right. I used gel pen on the Oldsmobile script on the hood. Now this kit apparently came in the old days with one of those metal clips for the hood, but this didn't have it in this edition. I painted the underhood insulation charcoal gray. And here's the other 2 decals. Actually, I used 3 decals on this. There's a decal here, and there's a decal for the air cleaner, but it doesn't go all the way around like it should on the new car. And there's 2 of each of these decals, one for the center and one for the edge. So I took part of the first one I used broke apart for the center. So I put the second one on, then I used a piece from the broken first one to fill in the little gap. This is a new engine block and air cleaner for this edition of the kit, as are these wheels. Anyways, you can always tell on these new AMTs whether or not it's a new addition to the kit because the sprues got those rounded edges and it goes all the way around the parts like a modern kit does. They're usually pretty good parts. I drilled out the air cleaner snorkels, but other than that, I didn't do any other detailing under the hood. I used the custom steering wheel and not the factory steering wheel because I thought it looked better. I used Molotow on the center console, and that came out really good. The stock shifter, I was painting it, and I somehow managed to break the shifter off, and I couldn't find the knob. The knob and it just went somewhere. So I used an MCB Products shifter kit shifter in there. It worked out really well. And if you can see the shine on the belt buckle, the seat belt buckle, that's Molotow. I used both of them. I did not clear coat those, so they're dull like the carpet. Okay, so let's look underneath. Again, no detail underneath other than what's molded in. You can see it's a screw bottom kit, so it went together really nice. The front and rear bumpers have got holes in them that snap in kind of. on the posts underneath the chassis, or above the chassis, I guess is more correct. And then you put the chassis on, it snapped in, and these screwed on. I went a little overboard with the dry brushing, but it doesn't look too bad. Used Tester's gold on the engine and a gunmetal color, I think, for the transmission. Acrylic, craft acrylic. I just flat used 2X, Rust-Oleum 2X black primer on the chassis, and then coated that with matte clear, and gave it a semi-gloss appearance. Actually, there was a little. I went a little more overzealous on the dry brushing, but since I had clear coated it, I was able to wipe some of it off pretty easily. The only issue I had with this kit was these are not the tires that came with the kit, and there's a reason why I used the aftermarket. I did detail up the factory hubcaps. I wanted to use those. And here are the tires that come with the kit. They got a nice red line on one side and a nice gold Firestone logo on the other side. But the problem is, you put this in and it goes right through. There's really no way with the factory backings, the backing plates that came with the kit. The tires you would never get them set right. They'd always be crooked, and they'd fall off. I mean, so I went through my stash of old tires, and these are old AMT tires. I'm not sure what they're from. They're maybe not age appropriate for this. I think they're Firestones. They're about the right width for this car. Ooh, wow. About the right width for this car, being a 64. They had pretty skinny tires back then. But so they don't look too bad. So anyways, these aluminum wheels, they call them, which is what's on the box art. They were deeper than this, and I was able to pop those in these tires and pop the inner tires in, inner wheels. Even with these tires, it would have been too narrow. They wouldn't even have touched the wheel backing plates, and this wouldn't even have touched. So I'm not sure what they used for tires in the original issue, but these I mean, I was excited to use these tires because look at these things. They're nice. Nice tread, nice sidewall detail, and a choice of Firestone or Redwall. So I think I'm going to use these on the 66 T-Bird I'm working on next. They seem to work on those wheels. So anyways, here's my 1964 Oldsmobile Cutlass 442 completed. I think it turned out pretty good. I got a little bit of running right here on the paint, and then I noticed that you can see, move that, little sink marks in the side where the locating pins, or not really pins, or slots are for the firewall. It would have taken quite a bit of sanding to get those out. But that's about the only thing. I would recommend this kit for a new builder, though. It went together really easy. There are no side mirrors in the kit. Lots of extra parts. There's lots of custom parts in there. Seats and front and rear, and just custom clear parts and everything else. But I like to do mine mostly stock most of the time. And I think it turned out well. Even the taillights have got a nice chrome behind them because it goes into a chrome piece, and that fit real nice. Had to push it in a bit hard, but it went in pretty nice. Like I said, this front end piece, I think this front end piece, that's right, the front and rear bumpers were new pieces. That's right, not the wheels. The front and rear bumpers were new. And I used, on the front, Mod Podge gloss on the headlights, and I painted these with Tester's stoplight yellow. Then I put Mod Podge on top of that. I used the Mod Podge this time because my Tester's clear seems to be a little yellowed or something, or it's old. It's older than probably Well, probably not most of us, but it's old. It's from the 90s. So it still works, but for headlights, I think I'll use the Mod Podge. It came out really well. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments, your thumbs up, your subscriptions. And I really appreciate it. Appreciate those who watch. And have a nice day.